My father sat opposite me in the conference room, looking mildly irritated that some junior HR assistant was handling his interview. He hadn't recognized me yet. The sharp suit, the corner office on the 42nd floor, the nameplate on the desk, none of it clicked at first. What he definitely didn't know was that the person holding his future in her hands was the daughter he once told she'd never survive in the real world, and that I was now the founder and CEO of the very company he was begging to join. He finally blinked twice, the color leaving his face. Monica. I leaned back in my chair, the entire Chicago riverfront glittering behind me through the glass walls. I work here, I said calmly. Actually, I own here. The real question is, what are you doing here, Dad? His eyes darted around. The rosewood desk, the framed Fortune 40 under 40 cover on the wall, the frosted door that read Apex Dynamics, Monica Ellis, CEO and founder. This is your company? Going on 6 years now. I lifted the single sheet he had sent in. Let's talk about your application for Director of Operations. Gregory Ellis had spent my entire childhood explaining why I would never succeed in business. Too sensitive, too idealistic, and, in his words, a girl in a man's game. He had climbed the ladder on golf course deals and 30-year-old fraternity brothers. Merit, in his mind, was optional. And now, 6 months unemployed and running out of severance, he sat across from me, resume in my hand. A little background. 6 years earlier, I had walked out of Kellogg with an MBA, a pitch deck, and $28,000 scraped together from bartending and tutoring. I had already put in 2 brutal years at a Series A startup, learning how real companies scale. The night I told my parents I was starting my own firm, Dad actually laughed into his whiskey. Monica, honey, you don't just start a company. You need a network, real experience, people who owe you favors. I've been doing this since before you were born. Let me pick up the phone, get you something stable. I don't want your phone calls. He smirked. Then you're going to crash and burn. Business isn't for the gentle-hearted. Mom patted my hand. Sweetie, maybe listen to your father. I left that night and never asked them for a dime again. Year 1, I slept under my desk more nights than in my apartment. Year 2, we hit $2 million in revenue with 12 employees. Year 3, we opened a second office and crossed 9 million. Today, Apex Dynamics runs at 51 million annual revenue, 140 people, and clients on 4 continents. Dad never sent a congratulations text, never acknowledged any of it. At holidays, he still asked when I planned to stop playing CEO and get a serious position. Meanwhile, his own career had quietly collapsed. The conglomerate that bought his old employer brought in new management who valued metrics over handshakes. Dad's package lasted 6 months. His Rolodex, it turned out, was 20 years out of date. I had no idea you were part of the hiring process, he said, trying to smile. I sign off on every director-level hire personally, I answered. Take me through your experience. He cleared his throat. VP of Operations at Great Lakes Industries, 15 years. Led a department of 45, managed production planning, supplier contracts, results. I asked, what changed because you were there? He hesitated. I kept everything running smoothly. 15 years and your biggest accomplishment was not breaking anything? His mouth tightened. Steady leadership matters. Not here. I made a note. We're growing 40 to 60% year over year. Tell me about the last time you personally drove double-digit efficiency gains or opened a new market. Silence. Let me ask a simpler question, I continued. Why should Apex hire you instead of the 3 other finalists I'm seeing this week? I have 3 decades of real-world experience. Doing what exactly? Your resume lists titles and duties. It doesn't list a single measurable outcome. I built relationships. I know people. In dying manufacturing plants. We're a technology-driven consulting platform. Your contacts are irrelevant. He flushed dark red. I don't deserve to be spoken to like this. You used to speak to me exactly like this. Sit down. Something in my tone, the same tone I use when I kill bad deals in boardrooms, made him drop back into the chair. Here's the truth, Dad. Your skill set is obsolete. You led by authority and favors, not by creating value. I've built this company from zero on pure competence. Every person here can point to revenue they generated, costs they cut, or systems they built. Can you? His eyes glistened, but he said nothing. I softened, just slightly. When I started, I was terrified. Everyone, especially you, said I would fail. But I didn't have your name, your alumni list, or your blessing. And I still made it. Because I outworked everyone, learned faster, and delivered results. He looked down. I only wanted to protect you. You wanted to be right more than you wanted me to succeed. I paused. Today the tables turned. You need something from me. How does it feel? He swallowed hard. I slid his resume back across the desk. I'm not hiring you. Not out of revenge. You're simply not qualified for the role, and I don't do nepotism. But I'm going to give you something you never gave me. Honest, useful feedback. I spent the next 10 minutes walking him through exactly why his resume was being rejected everywhere, how to reframe responsibilities into accomplishments, which skills the market actually pays for now, and which courses and freelance projects could get him current within a year. He stared the whole time like he was seeing me for the first time. When I finished, I stood. Prove me wrong the way I proved you wrong. Go build something on merit. At the door, he stopped. Monica, I was wrong. About all of it. I'm proud of you. Prove it, I said. Not with words. With actions. He nodded and left. For months later, he enrolled in an online certification in digital supply chain transformation. 6 months after that, he took on small advisory gigs for early-stage companies. Actual deliverables, actual results. Last week, he started as senior operations consultant at a growing logistics firm. Not executive row, not corner office, but a role he earned with fresh skills and recent wins. He sent one text, first day in the new job. Feels good to create value again. Thank you for the reality check. I replied, proud of you, Dad. Keep going. We're not suddenly best friends. Some wounds take longer than others. But there is respect now, the kind that only comes when someone finally sees what you're made of. My father spent decades telling me I was too soft for business. I built a $51 million company to prove him wrong. And when he fell, I didn't kick him. I handed him the ladder and told him how to climb. That's not softness. That's strength most people never grow into. My name is Monica Ellis. I started Apex Dynamics with nothing but grit and a refusal to stay small. My biggest doubter once sat in my office asking for a job. That day, he learned what I had known all along. Success isn't who you know. It's what you can prove over and over again, when no excuses, no shortcuts, no inherited privilege. I proved it first. Eventually, so did he. And that, more than any revenge, feels like victory.